I'm not in trouble, sister. But
You
remember our
have
vow
the
to keep
key
one
to
another
my
safe.
heart in that.
When the music stops, you and I
put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple. I don't
A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
I don't know why it's freezing.
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I'm gonna be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers craved the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work. Perhaps, once we have saved more gold, another adventure will begin. We've had busier days, but life is comfortable here with Mamza.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it? Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
We are twins.
Our bodies will haunt your dreams.
Why did Karlach disapprove?
We want both of you, silly, at the same time.
Sorry, Pet. I'm not quite comfortable with doing this again yet. Ugh, don't be so nice to me. It makes me want to be nice back. God, you're beautiful.
Have you seen my face? We're not beautiful right now.
I'm all pointy ears, my love. There is nothing I'd like more. I do rather like that, you know.
Soldier.
My hand alone for company.
Scaring your regulars off, Swan.
That blacksmith was paying.
Set your worries at ease. You're in safe hands.
That watcher sent flying. I would, with this armor.
Did you see how far that watcher threw me?
Voice.
Must have been 10 lengths.
You told me the armor was involved.
Believed you tried to climb up.
No entry today. Special occasion. Well, be. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
So used to using W.
Looking ahead.
I don't have to. Oops. What happened?
Naughty, naughty, naughty little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected. And that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. Hold yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion.
Maybe what I was, but it's not who I am.
And yet, you know you will never be free of your urge if you don't confront your past. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are?
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldurs Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Okie dokie. Well,
we shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Make your way to the audience chamber.
yeah, I'm dazed.
Tell them what happened.
Like somebody was in trouble.
Is expected. Please make your way.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
2 dozen more fists for the cost of that thing.
Probably a drum.
Better. I almost believed you this time.
Are they going to arrest us?
I don't care how many they
It won't happen, I swear.
Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a princess and tell me what you would do in the house.
Nothing's gonna happen. Just tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
You've been seeing the flames. We're still here. What are they waiting for?
How farther can I go?
I spoke to a witness who says you
I
entered
don't
the
know,
house
dear.
before the fire started.
I don't know.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Out by their own city.
Okay,
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldurs Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor. Not a tragedy, a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as Father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's ward. One of Baldurs Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
I want him to join me. I just need...
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days. Well, it certainly sheds some light on the sleepless night you spent tied up trying to slit my throat. Bloody hells. A Baalspawn. Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show, you should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, I didn't realize you and I were so alike. I felt paralyzed to do anything about Cazador for so many decades. I gave up on myself. I gave up on any hope of escape after a few lashes. Baal controls you in much the same way. I don't know how you could beat him, but I do know this. You must try. The half-life of a mind-addled slave is worse than death. Don't become his. I wouldn't live another century as one for all the moonstones in Everesca.
That was really good. So, as well, here is...
Us. I still love the sound of that.
We'll see.
How could I say no? Delicious.
That's cute.
Are you? Well, you have a rather vacant, tadpole finally ate my brain look about you. You're the boss.
First off, let me...
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
Okay.
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it. Well, are we ready for the road once more?
What's on your mind? That's a heavy weight. I know you can carry it, but it's heavy all the same. You are so much more than your parents. You're more than the affliction that wants to consume you. You are my friend, and you get to choose your destiny. Choose well, all right? Please.
There. She's so cute. I absolutely adore Carla. Why is she not on my list here, though? Oh, right. I see something in here. Okay. Let's go. So here's Lae'zel's reaction.
I'm listening. This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkaketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free. I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes, and altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose.
I'm going to win against Baal. Period.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
Yep.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the odd... If you're sure. If you're sure. Fine.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maidens.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Oakfather preserve you.
So here, we're going to see how Halsin responds with a positive rating to being a ballspawn.
You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
He's more worried about my character than everybody else my character may murderize. He's ride or die. see Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Let's see how Gale reacts.
A Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, it's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
Again, it sounds more like he wants to protect him, so fantastic.
Thy wheel of fate dost thou require a new ally? The girl, hast thou other business?
So just to let people know, I'm also recording shorts for TikTok as well, which is why I'm talking weird. Do I have Speak of Animals? No, not today.
Well met. That's...
Okay. So, here we go. This is going to be...
is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Every duke's just the same as the last, sticking up for each other as the sky falls around us. God.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, friends, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Only way that I will fail this is if I crit fail. Here we go.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
Of course.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay their respects.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
My favorite assassin. I'm so glad you've returned to my side.
Hang on, what? You know each other?
We have important matters to address. My reunion with Karlak can wait. Oh, I'd forgotten. Your memories are quite lost, aren't they? Orin told me she'd made a fool of you. To think you and Karlak traveled together all this time and she hadn't the faintest you were one of my nearest and dearest. Let me clear up some mysteries then. It's about time, I think.
Oh.
You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we were to unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated. In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldurs Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god.
It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal, and act on their behalf.
But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
Hang on. What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know what to choose.
Have you gone soft? I find that hard to believe. One's true nature always rises to the top. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. And now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain. It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. Baal isn't done with you. You must know that. You have effortless talents, killing instinctually like you breathe blood. Stand with Baal, or it will spell your doom. But I can offer some aid for the storm you're about to weather.
You should hear him out.
With Ketheric gone, Orin proves treacherous. She wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent.
Oh well.
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know. She's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to you, the former ruler of the cult of Baal.
make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you.
Do we make this harder for ourselves?
I am not Orin. I know the value of alliance. Bane teaches his followers to reward those who support his chosen, not to betray them. You and I always knew we could only stand against the world united. Orin's blind ambition failed us. She compromised you just when success seemed certain. Ketheric, his obsession with his daughter made him lose all hold on reason. They floundered, even as they tried to rise above us. We will not, cannot make that mistake if we come together in trust. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt, now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it?
Nope.
A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldurs Gate. Then allow me to peek it for you.
Your brain twists and stretches under the Watcher's gaze. The pain almost brings you to your knees before fading.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldurs Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldurs Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? He only managed it by tadpoling Duke Ravengard. Gortash doesn't play fair. If he did, he wouldn't have been able to skip to the top like this. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
So, it was you who got us into this mess. All along, we were traveling with the creator of the Absolute. I won't lie. I am a little impressed. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in Cazador's kennels. So, thank you for being that evil bastard.
First star. Oh, he's such a nerd. Okay, be right back. 1 sec. Uno momento, please. Do you want to get on mic with me or something? So we can chat if you want.
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldurs Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
Punished? Gods, what has he done?
Oh, it's only 2. Should be okay.
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready? What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No, this isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
So, the real man is still in there. Somewhere.
Have we finished then?
Will, what do you think of this?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Okay.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me?
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Ooh. Angie.
There we have it. You were working with Gortash. You were a chosen of Baal. I guess you still are. I want to say it doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I should have seen it earlier. All the signs were there. I don't want to talk now. Give me time. A lot of it.
Listen, that's mean. Like, I've been telling them from day one I'm a crazy person.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Well met. Are you sure?
Yeah.
The blade stands at the ready, and just when things...
I know. Blah, 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 blah.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious. All right.
Still got warding bond on, so I think she took Liz out.
Voss is waiting beneath the city. We'll apprise him of our progress once we have the Orphic hammer in hand.
Being eaten alive. Oh my goodness. Can I help you? I know. I know. My cat's being especially needy right now. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Carlock's pretty cool. I don't really want Carlock either, but barbarian's a barbarian, so.
Are they going to arrest us?
A young pink Clary would more suit the occasion. Bring it at once.
A commoner made Archduke of Baldurs Gate. I never thought I'd see the day.
My palace. What are they thinking? Giving a fellow like that such power? I give him a year at most.
What's the point of that?
If that is all, my lady.
The Absolute's blight will be a hard one to cure. Gortash is the Archduke for the job.
Some people believe in him.
Why must you make everything such a bother?
What glory our city, and what glory its future.
Crazy people.
There are supplies enough to survive a siege. So my purse is my most sensitive organ.
Hey, soldier. Oh, come on. Oh.
Zora wanted to talk to Will.
Well met. That's the...
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Poor Will.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
Chaos. She's a demon.
I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. Let's make camp when we're able. Mizora will be waiting. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
I don't relish the idea of Mizora visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep.
I can't see what the answer to the question. Okay, that's 3.
From one hell, I need to trap them in another.
Shut your mouth. Ravengard is a legend.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch was rich and sick. Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
You hear? My lady says Absolute's army's on the march. Those watchers will hold the line. You best believe.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining? It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about. You've been reading too many picture books.
Lord Gortash himself is the one pulling their strings. We're all better off for it.
The city fell under Gortash's charms without him casting nary a spell.
Oh wait, I should go back over here. There's
Well, most people are idiots, Will. You can lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of sweets.
The people aren't stupid, Astarion. They're scared. Gortash provoked a damned war and then promised them safety.
As if any of us would be so fortunate. Imagine seeing a watch of power.
Safety, sweets, it's the same principle.
Whether you're getting hammered or getting nails, we've got the tools for the job.
It's hard to find. I can wear it to dinner.
Need to get something done? Got plenty of tools for that. Whatever you're working on.
Did you get to look at their gyrometics? Or their targeting module? Excuse me? We're discussing steel watcher gyrometics. A topic beyond your understanding, I imagine.
Yep.
What I wouldn't give to meet the Gondian who invented the steel watch.
We're shopping for a suit.
Actually,
dinner with
it's just impressive to need something like this.
Whatever for. Does the hand not assist the lips? The lips the tongue. If your mighty Mars needs
I got it.
In the inventors.
How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash invented them?
Let's go to Carlson's. He has the most fabulous scent.
Whether you're getting hammered or getting nails, we've got the tools for the job.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
I'd love to see one of them in a fight.
In a word, sir. Exquisite. Almost painfully so. My body burns like
Darling.
I'd love to chat, but I've got a suit to find. Who knew buying something so simple would take the bones of a day?
Surprised. Especially if you're getting it fitted.
And a bachelor clawing at my door the very next
Certified, not magically. Only the finest produce, picked this morning. What can I get for you? If you're hungry.
It depends on the person. And their virility. 10 loaves of bread. I'd recommend Judo.
I'm not doing anything. I mean, good day to you.
I sense some hesitation.
Get you out here, fresh off the
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art?
All overpriced and I love it. And if you're seeing things being hit on my screen, you can thank there's a little tiny kitten.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
The hero at heart.
should be a Starian, right?
Don't touch me.
Be a saucy little tramp.
Do come again.
I think it's time for me to get to
The librarian
Baldurs
does
Gate.
this thing with her whip on all fours and you're in safe hands.
You're not very... Oh, so much my mother and father.
You're absolutely sure?
My good man. Every substance has been tried and tested by you.
That watch is
Yes, darling, it's very leather-like.
Did you see how far that watcher threw me? Do you not like it? It must have been 10 legs.
Well, we're shopping for
You tried to climb up one, you madman!
with my parents, remember?
How else was I supposed to feel about this?
What's your gripe with Saluna anyway, Shadowheart?
She betrayed her sister and ruined the balance of things.
It's more than that.
Imagine turning on those who love you for your own glory.
Don't like it.
You're not being paid to like it. If I were you, I'd focus and leave the Steel Watchers to theirs.
What my friend means to say is that the witness must have been mistaken.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here? You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others.
Saving the hackers out of that.
Please, that won't be necessary. I just needed gold. That's all. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke.
Yeah.
You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? You'll just give it to me? Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Never.
What a day.
will always have a warm welcome in Cloakwood, stranger. I promise.
Best be on my way.
Sign up for this boxy job.
On the roof.
I'll be my old fishing spot. Spent more than a few summer-tide days here.
Is that so? Did you manage to catch anything?
Only a few head colds and a tongue lashing from my worried father.
Trust no one. Should be easy. Don't linger.
I'm really tired, so I think that's everything for me.